G'day frogs, got a quick one that we're going to go over this morning. It's a interesting little project here, but there's a couple of things to consider with this. A lot of funds wrapped up in it, but a few red flags that I just want to bring to your attention. So we'll head on over and have a look on CoinGecko for a bit of a snapshot as to what's going on. Now, if anyone's been around this for a while, they'll have noticed that Blizz has dropped back in price substantially. And if you've been running an LP, you're probably in some pretty deep water as far as impermanent loss goes at this point in time. Even if you entered around here, just below the $1 level, with a Blizz AVAX pool, for example, you're probably down 50% with your current position if you were to take your LPs and exit. So something that I really want to share with you at this point in time is the importance of checking out what's going on inside a particular community. There's not exactly a lot of credibility that I can attach to what's happening at the moment with Blizz. It's really important that we look at things objectively and we keep the pool clean here, because we can't be swimming in dirty, shitty water, frogs. Now, Blizz price activity here we can see. All right, let's go back. Come on, go back, mate. All right, overview, general, maximum. All right, so the earliest ping that we've got for price activity is from the 8th of November, and we can see that Blizz joined in November. The earliest tweet, let's check it out. When was the earliest tweet that they had? We've got the 7th of November as the earliest tweet. Okay, nothing inherently wrong there. Everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we got to start with some capital somewhere.
But what I want you to have a squiz out here is just checking out some of the stuff that's been going on. Now, they don't have much happening in the way of activity on Twitter. So 29 tweets for what's coming up to nearly 2 months. Let's have a look at 290. Now, there was another tweet that caught my attention when it came to this project, but this is a good one to come back to and have a squeeze at. We're looking at some social engagement that we want to try and garner here through having people throw up some memes. Great, it's a fun way to do stuff, but how many people are actually sticking to what the requests are? A few, but then there's others who, it's just bot activity flat out when you get down to it and have a squeeze. There's some pretty good ones up here. But what I want you to have a look at is a couple of these, and I've got them pulled up in the tabs to basically go through with you. The thing that caught my eye with it was that I saw these particular profiles had tweeted on another thread, and they were very, very same. And that was just a bit too obvious for me. So I've gone through this particular thread and pulled a few up. And what I want you to have a look at here is, and it's not that there's anything from a gender perspective that's a red flag. We know that there aren't enough women in the crypto space, and there needs to be more to be able to get a better representation and probably a more stable market. But there's just not that many at this point in time. And when you see these profiles, which, joined in October 21, October 21, October 21, all the way through. Each one of these joined in October 21. Okay. The other thing that I want you to have a quick look at is the type of content that's being shared on these profiles that all joined in October 21, which I would say these are not legitimate profiles. They're largely retweets that we're looking at here. But it's not just the retweet itself that's the point of question. Having a look at the threads that we've got going on and what kind of content's being retweeted, you'll notice, if you're any good at playing Snap, that the retweets contain the same content. And you'll see this consistently running through. Now, it wasn't actually these few profiles I'm showing you here that caught my eye when it came to this. It was one that I'll show you in a little bit of time to come that really proved, and look, you're not going to miss something like this. And how many people are going to retweet this same image? And okay, it was retweeted on the 18th of December. We'll keep that in mind. It's pretty consistent across the board, right? So checking it out, we'll come back up. All right, so it's posted on the 18th of December and been retweeted. Let's see if we can find that one again. There's already some very, very similar musky tweets up there. Same sort of stuff going on. Let's check out the next one. It was actually this image that caught me, and I saw this on 2 profiles, and I thought, yeah, you know what, that's a little unusual for the 2 tweets in the same thread on the Blizz profile to have profiles that have retweeted the same content so close to each other, and they're both women, and it's uncharacteristic of the space. No, yeah, it's just, there's too much. It's same. Oh, look, here we go. They said anyone who's good at playing Snap. There we go. What else have we got? Yeah, another one. Same. Yeah, same again. I'm having a hard time really believing that this stuff is actually real people, organic content. Yeah, even if they're, and keeping in mind, these are all retweets. So I haven't seen anything yet that's been put up by any of these accounts. It's actually an organic tweet. They're all retweets. Same image that caught my eye, and there we go. Look at that, another one. And the same image again, and again. So when you're looking at a project and you're trying to gauge whether or not there's actually a legitimate community around it, it's stuff like that that really taints my impression as to what's going on and actually acts as a point of concern or a red flag. We've got those same profiles here. I'll see if I can find this for you again, where it was that just pulled this up for me and said, yeah, you know what, there's some unnatural activity here. And there we go, this is the one. Going through about an hour or so ago, I saw this and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to reply to these and just point out, it looks to me like a series of bot accounts, you know, one after the other. So, suspect. You make up your own mind. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know what, the fact that there's been virtually no activity in relation to what Blizz is bringing to the table in a legitimate sense, and the community seems to be bot loaded, it's a little bit of a concern. You can also come up, and when you're in any of the main sites that aggregate this data, check out whatever links you can find up the top here. Jump into the Telegrams, jump into whatever it is you can get access to, right? And the GitHub in particular, this one's quite interesting. It's rare that you'll come across something that's attracting as much capital as what Blizz has attracted, that has got such a thinly laid GitHub profile. And I'm trying to be very polite by saying that in the way that I am. This doesn't look like it's got enough stability behind it for me to say, okay, well, is it worth justifying where they're at the moment from a market cap perspective? It is really, really quite concerning to see that, yeah, you know what, we're still sitting on, you know, just it's an $18 million market cap at this point in time on the back of some Twitter bots and a pretty dodgy looking GitHub profile with bugger all activity. Have a look and keep the pond clean. See ya.